Shibana Besamigdash B'Medra V'Yameinu V'Serokeinu V'Serosecha. Shibana Besamigdash B'Medra V'Yameinu V'Serokeinu V'Serosecha. Shibana Besamigdash B'Medra V'Yameinu V'Serokeinu V'Serosecha. Meira Yameinu V'Serokeinu V'Serosecha. Shibana Besamigdash 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 Meira Yameinu V'Serokeinu V'Serosecha. Yeah, tomorrow is Yeshivat Tammuz. And in Yisrael Hashem, we're going to have this class, we're going to learn. I hope that all our Facebook friends are going to join us, Shalom Aleichem Zev, and Aviva, and whoever else is joining. So we started yesterday with learning Reb Shlomo's teachings on Tammuz and Av. And we had a discussion, you could see it on YouTube or on Facebook. We had a discussion about Nachman's teaching that a person, if he wants to be a servant of Hashem, he needs to learn 3 lessons. Give me the clicker because maybe somebody wants something to put on. No? I have a vest over here. I'm fine. I didn't say you're not fine. I asked if you want. We'll turn it on and off every so often, okay? So Reb Nachman says you need to learn 3 things to if you want to be a servant of Hashem. First thing you need to learn is how to walk and how to stand. Second lesson is you have to learn how to fall and how to stand up.
The fall means to fall.
Yeah. And the third lesson is, also he says, but if you fall and you're full of joy, what happens? Hashem teaches you how to get up.
Mm-hmm.
So, if someone falls, chas v'sholem, he has to be b'simcha, and he has to say, Rebbeinu Shalom, I know that you're wanting to teach me you're trying to teach me something. You're telling me, learn how to fall, learn how to get up. Learn how to fall, learn how to get up. And the third lesson is, what happens if chas v'sholem, the person falls and it is mamish broken and nobody's helping him get up and so on. Right? So Reb Nachman says, in the meantime, continue singing, continue dancing, continue walking, continue standing, continue loving, continue hoping, and suddenly you're going to realize that you never really fell. Why? Because how could you have fallen when Hashem, the one and only unique Hashem, is holding you all the time? And the only reason that you think that you fell is because you didn't realize that Hashem was with you the entire time. Okay, so those are 3 important lessons. So we're going on to page 175. And we should mamash be blessed to learn how to walk and how to stand and how to fall, how to get up, and how to never give up hope. Kesher shel Torah shebal peh. We actually read this yesterday. And so what he said over here is, and we're on page 176 actually, So Reb Shlomo says, the amount of Torah Shabbat Peh that we have is getting greater every year. The connection with Torah Shabbat Peh. And to explain that, Torah Shabbat Peh is the oral Torah, the understanding of the Torah, right? So he says, from all the thousands, you can go on, there's a website called Torah.org. You can download over 40,000 Sfarim with every page open. And he says, maybe, and there's even more Sfarim than that. Okay? And all this Sfarim that we have, Torah Shabbat Peh, he says, are maybe just a millionth of the Torah Shabbat Peh that has come down over the years. And he gives an example. He gives a couple of examples. One example he gives from the Rosh Yeshiva of Telz, the founder of the Telzer Yeshiva. Reb Shlomo heard the story from his father, who said it, who told it who was told the story by the Panovich Rav, that Reb Eliezer Gordon, the founder of the Telzer Yeshiva, how did he prepare for a shir? So he says that the Telzer Yeshiva had 400 students. He gave a shir to the 20 top students. And he'd say, okay, hand me a Gemara. He'd look at the Gemara for 5 minutes. Say, hand me a Rambam. He'd look at the Rambam. And then he would speak. He would spend 6 hours explaining what he thought in those 5 minutes. Now, he didn't publish very much in his life. So Reb Shlomo says, so where's all that Torah? It's floating around. Understand? But he's just giving an example of how just a little bit, all the printed Sfarim is just a little bit of the Torah that actually has come down over the years. He says the Sons of Rebbe was Rebbe from age 19 and he lived into his 80s, okay? And we have just one sefer of his Divrei Torah and the Chumash. But all those years at Shalosh Shudas, he would speak Torah for 4 to 6 hours. So where's that? You know? Okay, so what's the point? What's the point? What's the point? What's the point of knowing that we only have? He's showing us that we only have a fraction of what there actually has come down, right? The point is that every year there's more and more Torah coming down. Okay. Now, what's this got to do with the month of Tammuz? That's what he's getting at. So take a look on page 176. Third paragraph, Moshe Rabbeinu Yarad Mehar Sinai. When Moshe Rabbeinu came down from Mount Sinai, V'ra'ah she'osim et egel hazahav, and he said that the people were making the golden calf. Hu shavar et haluchot, he broke the tablets. Chachach hu chazar ve'hevi luchot chadashim. Then he went back and he brought new ones. Ma kara, so what happened? Ad sheMoshe Rabbeinu shavar et haluchot, until Moshe Rabbeinu broke the luchot, hayu lanu chamisha chumshei Torah. We had the 5 books of the Chumash. Bilvad, that's all. Yafeh מאוד, very nice. Matai haTorah be'emet hitchila? When did the Torah really begin? Kol HaNevi'im, all the prophets, 62 Masechtas HaShas, the 62 books of the Shas. HaZohar, hakol hitchila acharei shvirat haluchot. Everything began after the breaking of the luchot. אתם יודעים מדוע? You know why? כי גוואלד התגעגענו לתורה, because we yearned for the Torah. גוואלד התגעגענו לתורה. We mamish yearned for the Torah. Right? In other words, let's go back to what we said before. Reb Nachman was talking about a person falling. Right? You with me? Both of you? Yeah? Rachman was talking about a person falling. Now, what's pshat when a person falls? What's pshat?
He's not standing.
But speak up. He's not standing, but what about spiritually? What does it mean?
He's not spiritual. But he falls, he's not spiritual.
Yeah, he's not spiritual. Okay, but I mean, okay, let's say as far as Yiddishkeit is concerned, you're a therapist, right?
They say.
You said that was your profession, right? I'm saying now, push it.
It wasn't my main profession.
Babysitter.
Anyway.
I also did a lot of things different, you know. But you have an experience as a therapist, right? Somebody comes to you and his mom is broken, okay? Now let's say the guy is a religious Jew, right? And he says, you know, his family broke up, doesn't feel like keeping Shabbos anymore. His mom is broken. You know that when people go through divorces, it's religious people, very, very often, the lack of shalom bayis ends up in a lack of shalom bayis between them and Hashem as well. The relationship with Hashem gets ruined. And you see it all the time. You must have seen that. And I know it personally too, you know, that, you know, here you have a home, you have a life, you're together and so on, and all of a sudden it breaks down, chas v'sholem, right? And whether it's because of anger or just bichlal, for other reasons, like very often the Yiddishkeit starts to go out the window. True? So what's being said over here is like this. So now you're the therapist, and you're the therapist, and you say to this person, wait a minute, I don't understand. What has one got to do with the other? Okay, you're nebuch, you're going through tzuras, right? But you're a religious man, right? You believe in God. You did yesterday. You put on tefillin. You kept Shabbos. So isn't that enough to keep you going strong? You hear what I'm asking? Like, you know, let's say you say to this, hey, you're going to be working with children in camp, right? I'm sure you've come across this with friends or whatever it is. You see that all of a sudden, like, you know, the Yiddishkeit that I had yesterday is just not working today, right? So what's the solution? What's Reb Shlomo saying over here? He's saying that when did Torah Sheba'al Peh begin?
Broken.
When the Luchot were broken. What does that mean? The original Torah you got broken, right? And then you got the new Luchot afterwards, and you got the Nevi'im, and you got the Shas, and you got the Mishnayos, and you got the Zohar. How come? Usually, let's say a child breaks a toy, right? Screaming, crying, Tati, I broke the toy, right? Well, Tati says, why did you break it? You know, I got you something nice, I got you something good, you went ahead and you broke it. So what are you complaining about, right? Yeah? But the kid keeps on crying. The kid keeps on, Tati, I so much wanted, I so much wanted. What does Tati in the end up doing? Gets him another one, right? But what would you say if Tati is not only gets him another one to replace what he broke, but he brings him another 100 toys? Huh? What would you say? You did your Purim on a drink, please.
If the Luchos wouldn't have been broken, we still would have gotten the Nevi'im and the Shas.
No, who says? If the kid didn't break the toy, he's not going to get a new one.
You can't compare the Torah Shabbat to a toy.
But for a child, his father got him a fire truck with a siren. You've seen those, yeah? Okay, this is Gewalt, right? Okay, so if he's not going to break it, he's going to keep on playing with the same thing again and again and again, right? So he broke it. Okay, so he's sorry, he's crying. His father like, feels sorry for him, goes and gets him another one, right? But not only another one, more and more and more. So why is he doing that? Right? Because the kid wants it so much. The kid is yearning for it so much that's ma'orah in the father. He wants his father to give him something. He wants his father to it's not just the toy that he wants his father to give him, right? So here the luchot were broken, so we yearned, oy gewalt, look at what happened, right? Look at what we did. We destroyed such a precious gift that Hashem gave us. So Hashem says, oh, now you're wanting it. Before I gave you the Torah, you accepted it when I gave you the Torah the first time. But now you're mamish wanting it. I'm really going to give you Torah. So Hashem is giving us more and more Torah all the time. So going back to that poor young man, that Nebuchadnezzar's family is broken up. What are you going to tell them now? Huh?
You're asking the wrong one.
Fine. You don't have to answer. Okay. What are you going to tell them? You did you. What are you going to tell them now? What are you going to tell the kid in camp? What are you going to tell the kid in the camp that everything made a lot of sense to me yesterday doesn't make any more sense to me?
I can say that there's going to be new things coming.
Okay, but even deeper than that is you basically have to tell the kids, everything you did everything until now was good up to now, but there is more, and what Hashem is doing right now, as hard as it is for you, what Hashem is doing right now is Hashem is giving you the opportunity to want and demand more. Because if you're only gonna want what you had until now, well, that got broken. You have to want more. So the real therapy is in wanting more. Is not instead of turning our back on Hashem and saying, this is all messed up. This is a big mess and I don't want any more of it. What we really need to do is we need to say, Hashem, I want more. Okay? I need more. I need deeper Torah. Like Reb Shlomo very often spoke about that. As a matter of fact, just Reb Levish mentioned the story yesterday that after a Shabbos in San Francisco, the House of Love and Prayer, or Berkeley, wherever it was, Shabbos was over and a bunch of them were in the car and there was this little boy in the back, a 14-year-old boy, and he was singing, everybody was quiet and he was singing Shabbos, Shabbos, right? And Reb Shlomo realized, we need a new Shabbos song. Gisala Shai Shabbos, Gisala Shai Shabbos, Gisala Shai Shabbos, Gisala Shai Shabbos. Right? And to think about it, Michal, you remember what Kabbalah Shabbos used to be like before people started davening Reb Shlomo's Nusach?
It was very cold.
It was. You've seen it. It's like, let's get through this fast. I want to get home already. I want to eat. I want to be in bed already. But now it's unbelievable. I have no idea how many people across the world, how many minyanim on Friday night are singing Kabbalah Shabbos with Kavanah. There was some people dropped in a couple of weeks ago. Haredi guy. He says, now we daven Kabbalah Shabbos with Kavanah. He says, we never had Kavanah. We said the words. Now it's Moshe v'Aharon b'chayana u'Shmuel b'koyrei Shemai. Right? Koyrim. And how many people are thinking, Koyrim el Hashem, we're calling out to God. Right? And before we just, Koyrim el Hashem, right?
I never davened Carlebach before I came here.
Yeah, it's only since he was nifter that it really spread like wildfire across the world. His minion davened this way. The Moshav davened this way. Wherever there was like a few, there was a Shlomo minion here, there was a Shlomo minion there. Now everywhere you go, across the world, Tel Aviv, Yerushalayim. Take a look at this neighborhood. We're here 23 years, Baruch Hashem, something like that. And when we first came, there wasn't really a Carlebach minyan yet. There was a minyan in the Matnas, and we started singing, Reb Shlomo's Nigunim and so on. Today, Mayanot, we actually started with Mayanot. Mayanot is packed Friday night. Raz's minyan is packed. Kol Rina is packed. Ohavei Tzion, they have every so often, these Israelis come a few hundred and pack the shul. Everybody's davening. Right? So what was Reb Shlomo doing? He was crying to Hashem, saying, Hashem, after the Holocaust, it's not enough to give everybody back what we had before.
We have to give more.
We need more.
Right.
We need more. This is the whole point. We need more. Okay.
But in my day, I didn't even know how to ask that question. But we need more. Now I think the light to that. In my shul, most of them are 95%. And come with a strangle and with a cover shahor. They don't. Sometimes I go to my daughter in Beitar, and one time, it's too far to walk, so I davened in Tehillat Boston, and one time, a guy with a strangle. He davened Kabbalah Shabbos Carlebach.
Yeah.
So I asked him, that's very nice. Oh, that's a much of the kid. I didn't have the. I said, are you sure? He didn't speak English. I said, who I.
Well, Reb Shlomo did used to sing one Rishner Nigun and one Madrasa Nigun. That he did do. And if you know, he would say, this is a Madrasa Nigun, this is a Rishner Nigun. Yeah. Anyway, so you like music? You should go to Madrasa for a Shabbos in Bnei Brak. Mm-hmm. We sing in 5-6 voices, and long. It's like Hasidic classical music. It's like very. Go on YouTube and look at the Madrasa concerts. Mm. It's really something. Madrasa. Okay, so Mahi Torah Sheba'al Peh. In the meantime, we got to move on, right? Sholem is yakking a lot today.
I wouldn't say yakking. you are infusing Torah in us.
Well, okay. Now, but that means I'm not reading text that much. So again, that last paragraph, Mataya Torah be'emet tchila, when did the Torah really begin? It really began after the Luchot were broken, right? כל הנביאים, 62 מסכת הש"ס, הזוהר, הכל התחיל אחרי שבירת הלוחות. אתם יודעים מדוע? You know why? כי גבל תתגעגענו לתורה, גבל תתגעגענו לתורה, because we yearn so much for the Torah. So מהי תורה שבעל פה? What is Torah שבעל פה? Reb Nachman Omer, Reb Nachman says, Reb Nachman Omer, he says, Torah Amukah gives us a very deep teaching. Moshe Rabbeinu inyano latet lanu et Torah. Moshe Rabbeinu's whole business is to give us Torah. Unatan lanu et Torah pamayim, and he gave us the Torah twice. Moshe Rabbeinu natan lanu et Torah kishu horid et luchot. He gave us the Torah when he brought the luchot down the first time. Moshe Rabbeinu natan lanu et Torah kishu shavar et luchot. And he also gave us the Torah when he broke the luchot. You hear what he just said? What did he just say? When's the second time that Moshe Rabbeinu gave us the Torah?
When he broke it.
Not when he brought the new luchot, right? But when he broke the luchot. In other words, he was giving us the Torah now, and first he brought the luchot, and he gave us the Torah. Now he broke the luchot, and in the breaking of the luchot, Reb Nachman says he's giving us Torah. What does this mean? Gewalt, so Torah Amukah, this is a very deep teaching. He gave us the broken luchot. כידוע בבית המקדש הלוחות השבורים והלוחות השלמים נמצאים יחד. You know, in the base of Mikdash, in the Aron HaKodesh, they didn't have just the new luchot. There was also the broken ones. Yachad, they're there together. Zohi otat Torah, it's the same Torah. Ei efshar ladat achat beli hashniya. You can't know one without the other. You hear that? אני רוצה שתדעו חברים, שללמוד גמרא, I want you to know that to learn Gemara, אין פירושו שיושבים, page 177, אין פירושו שיושבים ולומדים ומבינים מה כתוב. It doesn't mean that you're sitting there and you're reading and you understand what's written. הרי אם אתה מבין, because if you understand, סימן שלא הבנת, that's a sign that you haven't understood it. אתה צריך קודם לעבור דרך הלוחות השבורים. First you have to go through the broken לוחות. בכל פעם אתה צריך לשבת עם הגמרא ולהיות שבור עליה. Every time you sit down, you have to sit down with the Gemara and be broken over it. רק אז תבין אותה קצת. Only then will you understand it a little bit. Once heard Reb Shlomo say that sometimes they would try to figure out a line of Gemara 3 days straight. Try this pshat, try that pshat, try that pshat. And just nothing was working. And finally, like after 3 days, like Hashem would sort of like open their minds and they'd see, oh, this is what it means, right? So couldn't the rabbis have written the Gemara in a way that wouldn't be so hard to understand? You ever thought of that? Well, you learn Gemara in Yeshiva, right? Never thought to yourself, why are you writing it in this way? You should write it clear. I should know exactly what you mean.
Points.
Why do I need bullet points? You know, we put it with bullet points. What do I need? Like, you know, that Rashi says it means this. So Tosfos says, no, it doesn't mean that. It means this. And then, and the Ran says, no, it means this. And this one says it means this. They couldn't have written the Gemara in such a way that it should be clear what this means and what that means. Elamai, it's dafke, because in order to understand the Torah, you have to first understand that you don't understand, that it's broken. And you have to go through all the breaking. You have to go through all the breaking to understand it. You read the Gemara in one line, you think you understood it, you didn't get it. If you think that you understood it right away, you didn't get it. I told you already a couple of times. Yeah, he's here. Yeah.
Sorry.
When a student would come to the Vilna Gaon and apply to be a student in his yeshiva, the Gaon would give him a test. What was the test? He'd say, here's the Gemara, take a Gemara, open it up to the page, and he'd say, okay, fine. He opened up to this page, here, prepare these 10 lines of Gemara, and I'll call you, and we'll discuss it. Remember the story? And the Gaon would watch this person, and the guy would go, to prepare yourself to discuss 10 lines of Gemara with the Vilna Gaon, obviously, you got to really prepare it, right? So the young man would prepare, go over it again, go over it again, go over it again. Who knows how many times, but he wants water. You go over it again, and then at some point, the young man would obviously feel, oh, I got shot, right? And it was particularly at that point that the Gaon would watch. So what are you going to, he's watching, I see that you think you already got shot. What are you going to do now? So if the guy went over it again and went over it again, just kept on going over it, he got accepted into his yeshiva. And if he came to a place where the Gaon saw that he feels that he figured it out, everything's beseder, he's just waiting to be called to talk with the Gaon, he wasn't accepted into the yeshiva.
What was the reason for it?
Because the reason for it is if you're a real Talmid Chacham, you don't mind learning the Gemara 500 times.
Even
600 times. Yeah, because you realize there's more. Let me ask you a question. You have a company. You live in Israel. You have a startup company, yeah? And people are applying for jobs. You're going to hire somebody who knows everything there is to know already, or you're going to hire somebody that's going to say, oh, there's so much more to know.
Somebody who knows everything has a limited amount of knowledge.
Someone who thinks that's right, he has a limited amount of knowledge, and that's it. Right? When I'd go into a grade 5 class, let's say, and I'd want to know who are the really smart kids. So I would ask the kids, who's the greater scientist, the one who has all the answers or the one who has the questions? And the smart kids right away would pick up their hand and say the one with the questions. Okay? So you can't learn the written Torah without first going through the broken. First, you have to go through with the broken luchot. The whole pam, we're in the third line on page 177. The whole pam atat tzarich לשבת עם הגמרא. You have to sit with the Gemara. ולהיות שבור עליה, you have to be broken over it. What stretch you have to be broken over it? It's like chas v'sholem when something breaks, something that's precious to you. You cry, yeah? You look at this. It's look what's got broken. So what's so precious, right? Well, you have to cry. You have to cry. You have to be broken over the Gemara. You have to cry like the Rebbeinu Shalom. I really want to understand it. I really want to know it. Rakaz tabin ksat, tabin otak. Only then will you understand it a little bit. כידוע, הגמרא אומרת שהזמן המסוגל ללמוד גמרא הוא בעיקר בלילה. You know, the Gemara says that the best time of day to learn Gemara is at night. Not for everybody, but that's what it says. אין הכוונה שצריך לכבות את האור ולהדליק נרות בלבד. The idea is not, don't take it literally, don't take it that, in other words, that the best time to learn is you can shut off the lights and light up the candles. אלא שצריך לעבור דרך הלילה. What it means to say is that you have to go through the night. You have to go through the darkness. כי הגמרא הרבה יותר עמוקה. Because the Gemara is a lot deeper than what you see superficially. Right? When somebody once put it this way, two people are sitting in a cave and it's totally dark. They're there for a long time and they're talking to each other for years. For years. And then somebody comes and finds them and takes them out of the cave and they see each other for the first time. Right? When is there, and there's still can tell you, continue talking. When were the conversations the deepest? When in the cave in the darkness, or once they came out in the light?
In the dark.
In the dark, right? Why is that?
Because there's no body language to see.
Okay, and also, so therefore, because there's no body language to see, so the conversation has to be
very deep.
Has to be deeper.
Not distracted by superficialities.
Right.
You're not distracted, and usually, when in other words, when when the sun is shining, what you're seeing is you're seeing the surface of everything. Right? So that's what he means to say is that the best time to learn Torah is at night.
What does it mean you have to have brokenness?
Huh?
What's brokenness? Why do you need brokenness to learn the Torah?
We discussed that for half an hour. Okay. Now I'll tell you the kitchen. When you need to yearn for more. It's when you experience the brokenness that you yearn for more. Okay? Chibur el neshama, connecting with the soul. Okay, let's start this piece and then we'll continue with it tomorrow in Yom Hashem. So, Chavirim, my friends, לא מספיק שאני יודע מה לעשות בעולם הזה ואני יודע הכל. It's not enough that I know what to do in this world and that I know everything. אני יודע איך לאכול במזלג, I know how to eat with a fork. You heard about the chassid is sitting with 9 misnagdim and there's one piece of herring left on the table. The lights go out. And the chassid screams, "Aye!" And the lights come back on, and he has 9 forks stuck in his hand. Anyway,
My favorite part is that joke is that Chassid was the one who got there first.
the chassid got there, and he's the one who eats without a fork. Okay, so you have to. So he says, "I know everything I need to know. I know how to eat with a fork. I know how to Shabbat. I know how to keep Shabbos. I know how to say Shalom, how to say hello. I know how to say Litzchot, and how to say I'll see you soon. I know how to מספר הטלפון שלי, ואני יודע היכן אני גר, I know my phone number, I know where I'm living. When you day at Mispara Cheshbon Sheli Bank and I know how much money I have in the bank, or my account number. Kol ze yafe מאוד. It's very nice. אבל אני צריך יותר מזה. But I need more than that. אני צריך שכל זה יהיה קשור עם למעלה. I need that everything that's happening should be connected with above. אם זה לא קשור, if it's not connected עם למעלה with the above, the mate, then it's not alive. To the first side, I think we're going to stop over here today. Okay, it's I know it's only 1:20. I apologize, but you know it happens sometimes, right?
Sure.
Are we going to be using the Sefer?
Yeah, you have one, right?
I have
So
one.
bring it. You have one too? So bring your so you can
I
write
can
it.
always bring it because
You can leave it here. I'm saying you can leave it on the side. Put your
yeah,
name.
I have a number of stops, including a full shoe.
No, I'm saying that the next time that you can bring it, if you want, if you don't want to schlep it around, so bring it here and you'll keep it here.
Put your name in it.
You know, we've got those phones.